Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
What a season it has been across the board. Not just in this division, but every single level of the Ohio Prospects League. And for one final time, we take the field in the 2026 season. Live from Lakewood High School, this is the 15U OPL Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you today, live on SmeeSports. Should be a good matchup. Two really good teams in Premier, Ohio, and the BHM Buckeyes. Game 1 of 2 today. We will also have the fortune of seeing the 16U Championship game, which is to follow, featuring Titans and Ohio Tide. And just to be clear, that is not the Ohio Tide team that won the NABF World Series in the 16U division. It is a separate group entirely. And this matchup, Premier will be the designated home team. A lot of talent on this roster. Unfortunately for them, a few players inactive today due to football. And talking to their coaching staff, it was 3 inactive, 10 total guys here, in which we will see all 10 play at some point today, whether it be defensively or in the case of one of their players being Max Maris, the EH, we'll just see him offensively. On the mound for Premier, it'll be James Thomas wearing number 24. He gets the nod in this all-important championship game. The rising sophomore, 5'9", 140 out of Strongsville High School. It looks like as well we're still kind of waiting for an umpire to join us. Premier is ready to go. They've been ready to go. I believe it was the main assigner who got lost on the way here. We have one umpire here. He's been here since around 5:55. We were told the other one will be here at 6:10. It is 6:11, and we are still waiting for him to get here. So we're going to step aside here for a moment on SmeeSports, and once he is here, we will get you ready for this matchup. It's the Buckeyes and Premier coming up next here on SmeeSports. Well, now we are ready to go after a minor delay. Time locally, 6:13. First pitch is driven deep to left field. It's a hot start for the BHM Buckeyes. Wagner, he's on his way to second, and he will easily be in there with a leadoff double. The Buckeyes did not like the wait, and they immediately take the fight to Premier. What a way to begin the championship game. I mean, that swing took less than, 10 seconds since we came back on air? We got there just because of the fact that we had the graphic up during the replay. Just what a swing to begin. That's how you get a championship started. And now it'll turn to Calais, as Calais will take ball one. I will say a lot of changes made by the BHM Buckeyes just before this one got started. Looking at my notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total spots of the 10 are different than what the initial lineup card said. A couple of guys just got moved up one spot, and one player got dropped out of the lineup in total. But this lineup they feel is a winning one for this matchup, and it's a 3-0 count on Cali to begin. In the on-deck circle to follow it is Jackaman, the center fielder. And we will see him. There's ball 4. 5 pitches in to begin for Premier. Only 1 strike, and that is the double. What an opportunity this is for the BHM Buckeyes. 14-18-1 on the season. Looking for win number 15, and with it, a league championship. League play is not as common as it used to be in travel baseball. But for those who play in the league, even if they play tournaments during the season, this is what it all comes down to. Every single midweek game, every single long drive, this is what it comes down to. Can you win one game down the stretch after a bracket play to be champion of the league? And now time is called by Premier as they are frantically trying to figure it out. Again, 6 pitches so far from Thomas. 5 of them have been balls, 5 of them in a row. The first, a strike by nature of the double. I do think part of the issue is pitching scared against this offense, just seeing how well that ball jumped off the bat and how well it does once again. 2 swings, 2 big hits for BHM. Here comes Wagner from second, and he is going to score. Throw to third, not in time, and it's a masterful start for the BHM Buckeyes. They take a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Carter Jackaman. Maybe Premier should be afraid to pitch to the BHM Buckeyes. What a start for this team out of nowhere. It's picture perfect for the Buckeyes. They did not want to wait for this game, but the wait, well worth it. Runner goes here. Pitch is going to be high, and the back pick is not in time. Down to third. How about this for a start? 1-0 count, 2 runners in scoring position for Villello, the right fielder. About as good as it gets to begin the game for the rising sophomore out of West Geauga High School. The 1-0 taken for a strike. Thomas had to have it there, got it in the end, but plenty of work to do. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sharp grounder, picked up over at third and dropped. The relay home, it's going to be close. It is wide. That'll make it 2-0 BHM. Both runners advance. It'll be the same scenario, just 1 extra run tacked on for BHM. It's 2-0 Buckeyes. What a start to this game. It's the attempted fielder's choice that goes haywire around the E5. Again, time call this time by coach. As we are 4 batters in, 3 swings, 2 of which have driven in runs. The other, a leadoff double on the first pitch of the game. BHM putting Premier in a world of pain. And here is their conversation. It has to be a convincing one quickly. They have no subs. They have 1 player they could warm up out of the bullpen if they would want. Other than that, a pitching change would have to come from the diamond itself, which is one of the worst spots to be in all of baseball, having to go to your lineup that's already playing. Now Grant DeLuma, the first baseman, steps in as he'll take ball 1 high. What a start for the BHM Buckeyes, plating 2. Still none down this inning. Pause here before the 1-0 as that one breaks in. Premier's defense looks like this. Thomas on the mound, Gale behind the plate, Pickett at first, Zambo at second. Sapinza is at short. Karasek is at third as this one is chopped foul. Dirks is in left. Maris is in center, and Zaro is in right to round out the defensive set for Premier. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Thomas looking for the first out of the inning, and he will find it. Puts it perfectly on the top inside corner. 1 down. It's a step in the right direction for Premier's offense, or their defense, as Lucas Bowling, the catcher, will step in. We saw him playing up this past weekend in the NABF World Series 18U division for the BHM Buckeyes. Helped the BHM to a Final Four appearance after beating the #1 seed Troy in the quarterfinals at League Park. In the end, the UConn Miners were too much for them as they bowed out to the eventual runners-up. The 1-0 high and in. The on-deck circle after Bowling, it is Colin Loomis, who, of course, his last name bears the same as the stadium over at Andrews Osborne Academy where we were this past weekend. 2-0 also high. 3 balls, no strikes. Still a great opportunity for the BHM Buckeyes in the top of the first inning. Premier will have their work cut out for them going forward. But a good response for the time being. Thomas finds the zone for strike 1. For him, pitching with confidence is going to be key. His infield is in. If the ball gets hit to them, he needs them to step up and make a play. And they might have an opportunity. Bowling fouls this one off. Count now runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. For him to get these strikes, it's vital going forward. That's how you build your confidence. It all lines up in the end. But to lose him here, you go back to square one, and with it, it's potentially a new pitcher. Payoff pitch, Bowling, line drive up the middle into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Villela coming in from second, and he will score as well. It's a 2 RBI single for Lucas Bowling. Make it 4-0 BHM. And the skies just continue to open up for the visitors. What a swing from Bowling on a full count 3-2 pitch. We've seen it all season. The 2-strike approach doesn't do anything crazy. Gets a good barrel on the baseball, and from there drives it into right center field without a fuss. So 1-0 count, runner at first base. It's a 4 spot to begin the 15U championship game. Who saw this coming? BHM, they have come to play in Lakewood. And you could say they're making the more difficult drive out here from Willoughby opposed to a base in Valley City. The 1-0 low for ball 2. We'll see if that does impact the next game, as again, it'll be the battle of the East Side versus Suburbia in Cleveland. The 2-0 grounder played over towards short. This could be 2. Short will take it himself. Throw to 1 is in time. And it is an unassisted double play for Sapinza to end the inning, but not before the Buckeyes plate 4 to begin the game. Middle of 1 here in Lakewood. 4-0 BHM on top as you are watching OPL Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the home half of the first inning we go in Lakewood. 4-0 BHM on top of Premier. As you are watching the 15U OPL championship game on SmeeSports. What a game so far. Delayed start due to umpiring issues. But now both guys are here for the crew. And to be fair, one team has shown up quite well offensively to begin in the BHM Buckeyes, scoring 4. Now it's Premier's turn to respond with Thomas, Karasek, and Gale 1 through 3 leading off the home half of the inning. The 1-0 taken at the top of the zone for strike 1. For James Thomas, this is more than just being the leadoff hitter. This is about redemption for him and the rest of his teammates. The 1-1, did it hit him? Yes. Tried getting out of the way of it, but still gets knocked. And the leadoff man is aboard to begin the inning for Premier, setting up Max Karasek. Don't know if that's the way he drew it up initially, but Premier will take what they can get at this point in the game. Still plenty of time. They have 21 outs to play with. Keep that in mind. But now it turns to Karasek, the rising sophomore, 5'11", 175, out of Padua Franciscan High School. He'll ground this one over towards second. Flicked it to his in time. The return to 1 will be late and knocked down. You get the lead runner for out number 1. It's a job well done by the second baseman, Wagner. You have 4 runs to play with here for BHM. You can keep that in mind. You don't want to use them as a bank, so to speak. But if at any point things go south and you do have to eat into it, you'll be okay. But plays like that, taking care of the lead runner, will help you keep it 4-0 as long as you can, or until your offense makes it 5 or more. So now Zach Gale, the rising sophomore out of Walsh, steps in. Listed as the second tallest player on the roster, coming in at 6 foot, matching Colby Sapinza with that tied second place spot behind Nick Laban, coming in at 6'3", who is inactive tonight. As for BHM, according to their roster on the OPL website, their tallest player comes in at 5'9", and that is Colin Loomis. So a clear size advantage today. Runner goes, pitch well high, throw down to second. Perfect. On the delayed call, it's in time. 2 down. What a throw it is from Lucas Bowling. A great start for him thus far. A 2 RBI single, and now a throw out at second. And who would have seen this coming to begin the game? Don't know if anybody did. The 1-0 taken at the top of the zone for strike 1. Looking ahead to the second inning. For BHM, it'll be the bottom 3 of their order due up. That pitch will skip on in. But so far for Theo Cavanaugh, the starting pitcher, smooth sailing. Rising sophomore, 5'7", coming in out of University School. A good cushion to begin, and some good defense to help make things happen. Count 3-1 on Gale with Sebastian Pickett in the on-deck circle. But you can tell this is going to be a game of cat and mouse almost. Premier in pursuit of BHM. Gale, good drive, deep to left center field, still going back, and it's easy. Extra bases for the catcher, at least 2, and he will stop at second. A 2-out double keeps the inning going for Sebastian Pickett. What a swing for Zach Gale. You go back to last week, the walk-off winner for Joe Svets of IVL Karen. Pretty much the same exact swing. Just lofted it right over the defense. So now a chance for Pickett, the first baseman. The rising junior, 5'10", 140. Coming in out of Medina High School. He'll line this one into right field. It drops. Back-to-back base hits for Premier. The pinch runner is going to be sent home, and he is safe. It's an RBI base knock for Pickett. Premier is on the board in the home half of the first inning. Another really good swing. Premier is starting to pick up the pace. The deficit now 3. And it's back-to-back really good swings. Beyond that, you have your runner and Pickett get to second. It's the dream scenario. You drive in the run. Afterwards, you keep moving everybody up station to station. Now Sapine to the shortstop will step in. The rising sophomore plays his high school ball for midview. But he'll begin his at-bat swinging and missing. Well, if this inning is a precursor for the rest of the game, it is going to be runs, runs, runs. And I don't think either team would hate that, especially considering how strong these offenses have looked. Sapin's a fly ball. Caught over at second. Got way too much underneath it, and the inning is over. Pickett drives in one, but still a mountain to climb for Premier. Through one, it's the Buckeyes up 4-1 on Premier. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. One inning down at Lakewood High School, 4-1 BHM on top as you are watching the 15U OPL Championship game on SmeeSports. Again, this is Nathan Smee on the call for you today. What a week it is going to be here on SmeeSports. This ball chopped foul over towards third. But tomorrow, I think it is going to be one game. I'm not confident in our box access for the earlier two games that we were going to do for the 965. So tomorrow night, it is the Stark County Terriers taking on the Canton Class A's to begin the NABF Collegiate World Series. Over on Field 1, it'll be the B2 Bulls taking on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. That game at 7, and that'll be a game-changer-only game. The 0-2 from Thomas skips in for ball one to Theo Kavanaugh. I'm sure Theo a very happy camper on the mound for the Buckeyes. A 4-run lead to begin the game, down to 3, but still plenty of run support behind him. The 1-2, another good take. As a pitcher who also bats, you'll have a special way to look at the zone, especially if you've already pitched one inning. You understand from the other side what the ump is looking for. Now batting, you kind of look for the same exact thing. The 2-2, foul back. And in some ways, you're looking for the opposite. As a pitcher, you're looking for pitches that can find the zone or nick the corners. Same thing in the box, but you're hoping they don't get the benefit of the doubt. After Kavanaugh, it goes to Rains, then Beatty this inning. The 2-2, poked foul. Another good survival swing for Theo Kavanaugh, the rising sophomore out of University School in Pepper Pike. As I've said before, this is the battle of suburbia versus the east side. The 2-2, well high. Full count, 3-2. I would say just Cuyahoga County, but still a couple of Medina players representing Medina County. Thomas's payoff pitch. In the end, he loses Kavanaugh. It's a leadoff walk for the pitcher, and that'll bring in Rains. Back-to-back innings with the leadoff man aboard. In all 3 half innings so far, the leadoff man has successfully reached in 3 unique ways. Double, hit by a pitch, and a walk. So these teams combining for some very unique statistics to begin the day. Rains, a delayed swing and a miss. Wearing number 21, the rising sophomore plays his high school ball for Andrews Osborne Academy out in Willoughby, where, of course, the 18U championships were held last week for the NABF. And a beautiful field as well. Once that press box is finished at Loomis Field, it'll be one of the best diamonds, if not the best, in that portion of the east side. And with it, I would say, from there out to Geneva. The 0-2, swing and a miss. 3 straight strikes for James Thomas, his second strikeout of the game, 1 down. And that'll usher in Beatty. Adrian Beatty wearing number 1. The rising sophomore plays his high school ball for Mentor High School. I will say, in comparing Andrews Osborne Academy's field to Mentor's, they clearly had a similar contractor, if not the same, because the press box looks the exact same. It's the same exact windows and everything. And outside structure. The 1-0, perfect from Thomas. And I'll say I played on that AOA field back when it was still in construction, but still fully turf. A big difference, 3 years removed. The 1-1, light poke towards left field, just getting past the shortstop for a textbook seeing eye single. A perfect swing from Adrian Beatty. Didn't get the most power behind it, but put it perfectly off towards the left side. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Andrew Wagner, the second baseman, who doubled to begin the game. What a start this is. And I'm sure Commissioner John Mengelkamp very pleased to see 5 runs so far in this game. Don't know if we expected it, but we'll take the run support when we can. And there's strike 1 to begin. Wagner, the first pitch he saw, a clear strike. He drove it into the outfield for a double to begin the game. This time around, a little more patience. The 0-1 he'll take high. I like the togetherness of this BHM Buckeyes team, whether it be the 15U or the 18U. Always a tough out. You'll always underestimate them, but you never understand why, especially when the game goes sideways. Like this pitch, both runners advance. Now, going back to when I played at AOA, did I happen to beat the Buckeyes when I was there? Potentially. That was one of our 2 wins that season. But it was never an easy game. It was always a scrappy game at their house. Even on the road, they're never an easy team to beat because they've played together for quite a long time. Infield again in for the 2-1 pitch as this one's called an inside strike. Definitely looked in from here. But in the end, the umpire says it just hits the corner. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wagner. And he will stay alive. After him, it will go to Kelly. Now batting second. 1 of 6 changes again made right before the game started from the initial lineup card. But credit to BHM. The moves they've made, at least so far, it has worked out. The 2-2, ground ball right up the middle, shot into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes a second as Andrew Wagner continues his outstanding day. 2 for 2 to begin, 3 total bases, and now 2 RBIs tacked on, make it 6-1 BHM. It's not crazy contact. It's not the power swings. It's not home runs. It's base hits, and it's a good swing. That's how BHM is winning this game, and if they do, in the end, come out of here with the win, that's how they will get it done. Runner's going to go here as it looks like time was called before it. But clearly the BHM Buckeyes not a one-trick pony or a one-inning pony. They want more, and with 1 down, they have plenty of opportunities still left in this game to make it happen. Throw back to first, not in time. Of course, Wagner now has a target on his back. Same thing. Wouldn't be surprised if he throws back, and wouldn't be surprised if the runner goes. Neither happens. Bunt shown, and now he's going to take off. Wagner easily in at second base. Second pass ball of the inning. Run number 7 now in scoring position for the Buckeyes. What an intriguing game thus far. 6-1 BHM. They're not done. That pitch high and in. I will say with the World Cup done, I've been watching more MLB baseball for better or for worse, but the games that we've had lately have been quite impressive. We've seen some very interesting things. As the 2-0 again is to the backstop. Third pass ball of the inning. But I want to highlight one individual performance from Monday night to kind of give motivation to these kids, and with it, the guys we see tomorrow and through the rest of the season. Trey Turner on Monday had 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, had 3 total hits, but also had 3 errors at shortstop. However, he ended the game with a really nice home run, point being, if one side of your game is not as good as it should be or could be, make up for it on the other end. If you're struggling defensively, you're struggling to get outs, go turn around offensively and go 3 for 4. It'll change your mindset, and it'll change how you approach a game. Of course, the Trey Turner, he's paid millions to play the game. These guys are not paid at all to play the game. But I would say it's comparable, and that's a guy that you can look up to as he's been around. He's been for a number of years a top shortstop, not just offensively, but defensively for a couple of years. A couple of bad games won't make or break your career. And I feel like this is a great opportunity for Premier, especially some guys struggling defensively, to turn around offensively and get a couple of big base knocks. Now, for the BHM Buckeyes, if Andrew Wagner can come out here and make some good defensive plays and continue hitting the way he is on his way to one of the best performances in the league calendar season. Runner from first goes on the 0-1 pitch inside. Throw down is cut off. And a little collision over at second base. Good sportsmanship on the back end. But I think Kelly ran into the covering shortstop and went right down. Don't know if he was simulating it or whatnot, but he didn't get anything extra. The 1-1 hits the outside edge for strike two. So far today, Carter Jackman 1 for 1 with an RBI single. That RBI single, of course, drove in the first run of the game. The 1-2 high and in and nearly on the drop. It nearly fell in. Was a pretty good pitch, too. That's the classic. You get out of the way. You then see where it officially lands, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, no. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Bringing the high heat is Thomas for his third strikeouts. So 2 down, still 2 runners in scoring position. It looks like Premier did warm somebody up in the pen, as now it turns to Villela. On a fielder's choice attempt that turned into an E5, he drove in a run his first time up. This time around, a fielder's choice wouldn't really do him any good. For Premier in the home half of the inning, it'll go to Max Maris, Gavin Dirks, and Joseph Zarro. We'll see what they can bring up. The 1-0 perfectly in the zone. Question is, even if Thomas gets out of this inning, do you keep him on for the third? It's a big call either way. We'll have to see what Premier opts to do. The 1-1 chopped foul over towards third. It's going to be a positive inning for the BHM Buckeyes, at least at the top of the inning, no matter what happens. Now, do they feel hard done by if they don't bring in any more here? I think you do a little bit. A great opportunity still to bring in 2 more runs. The 1-2, weak contact. It'll go foul in the end towards the right side. I don't think Villela ever thought that ball was going to stay fair, or at least had a chance to stay fair, which in the end he was right. 7 combined runs, and we are still on the top of the second inning. You just know the next game's going to be 1-0. The 1-2, he gets jammed up, a high pop-up going behind the plate, as this one is going to be caught. The inning is over. An excellent catch behind the plate, closes it out. That'll strand 2 runners on the bases for the Buckeyes, but they'll take it as a positive. They played 2. To the bottom of the second we go, 6-1, BHM on top.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The BHM Buckeyes bring in two more in the top of the second inning. In the home half of the inning, it's 6-1 Buckeyes as you are watching the 15U OPL championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel as there is strike one to Max Mars. It'll be the EH followed by Dirks and Zaro. Mars plays this one just off the glove of Kavanaugh. Throw to first on the dive is not in time. A nice stumbling attempt for the shortstop, but not enough behind it to make the play happen. It's a leadoff infield single for Mars. You could score a number of ways, but I think based on the attempt from the pitcher, it was an extraordinary attempt to make it happen. You give him the benefit of the doubt that time around. So we'll see what Game Changer does opt to do, as they could easily make a different decision. We'll see. And they do call it an infield single. And now Dirks will swing and miss to begin 0-1 the count. Dirks, the rising sophomore, 5'10", 130, coming out of Padua Franciscan High School. The 0-1 will skip in a nice block behind the plate from Bowling. For his standards, he has had a really good day at the office so far. A throwout last inning from behind the plate, but before that, a 2 RBI single in the top of the first. The 1-1 fouled off the ankle. So far for Kavanaugh, 17 pitches in. We'll see how long he is going to be out here. Of course, a couple of these guys were called up for the 18U team this past weekend. Could that mess with their rotation? It definitely could. But I do think in BHM's eyes, they have their best guys possible ready to go for the championship. The 1-2, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for Theo Kavanaugh, one down. As well, we will have a score update for you shortly from North Royalton High School as the Bears take on the BHM 18U team in the OPL championship for the 18U division. We'll see how that one ends up shaping out as Zaro steps in, and he will swing and miss. But this is the final day of the OPL season altogether. A really good season. Keep in mind, there are age groups all the way down to, I think, 7U? It might go that low, if not 8U. But it goes quite low, and all the divisions up to high school, they played during the spring. So it's been a long season, and these three groups ended tonight. Typically, the 16U and the 18U championships are here. But this year, kind of like last year, based on the movement from the 18U to a neutral/home site, you now have that one played at the higher seed, especially given there were 5 teams in the league this past season. North Royalton was awarded the home game and the championship game at their site. But these guys, they're playing here. They're playing in an unfamiliar territory. The 2-1 hangs high for ball 3. But I do think the neutrality about it makes it special. Not every game you have the championship just here at Lakewood. I like it. Semifinals, I think, if you have wild cards, should be hosted by the higher seed. So in that regard, the league does get it right. The 3-1 at the top of the zone, it hits for strike 2. With what we've said, the 16U still coming up next at 8:15. That'll be Ohio Tide versus the Titans. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Zaro. Payoff pitch. He'll ground this one over towards short. This could be 2. There's the out at 2. The return to 1. It's just in time. It's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. The BHM Buckeyes have dialed it up once again as they get out of the inning after the leadoff single from Mars. They just know how to get the job done. To the third we go. Score remains 6-1 as you are watching the OPL championship game here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Two innings down, and this one so far belongs to the Buckeyes. Top of the third inning, 6-1 BHM your score as you are watching the 15U OPL championship game on SmeeSports. Ground ball to begin the inning, taken over towards third. Throw to one, lofted in, and plenty of time for out number one. That'll take care of DeLumo, the first baseman. Now bringing in Bowling and Loomis. 5 through 7 this inning for the BHM Buckeyes. As I believe for the first time today, it is out of 5 half innings thus far, the leadoff man has not reached successfully. Before that, double, single, walk, hit by pitch. So it could be a changing of the guard, so to speak, in the game script. But I'm sure Thomas and company will take it as they need a way back into this game. For him, that double play just demoralizing. Still, of course, you have plenty of time and plenty of outs to play with, but I'm sure BHM in the back of their mind is quietly thinking about a run rule. And can you blame them based on how well they've played? I do think an 8-run run rule could be in effect. I think that is possible, if not 10, but you're still within 5 to 3 runs of it happening. Which, based on how they've been scoring runs today, it is more than possible. But Premier has to try to shut him down. The 3-1, Bowling drills it over towards third once again. Throw to first, skips in, and is picked for out number 2. A nice play by Pickett, who drove in the lone run today for Premier. So 2 up, 2 down, as Colin Loomis will now step in. Loomis, the third baseman, hit into a 6-3 double play, his first time up today. And there is strike one. So far, so good this inning for James Thomas. This one fouled away over towards Lakewood, who is practicing at the First Federal Lakewood Stadium turf. So no 2 count as there is a closer look at James Thomas. 3 strikeouts so far for him today. Looking for a 4th. Instead, fly ball sent towards right field, going back for Zaro as he is there to end the inning. For the first time today, a team will go in order as DeLumo, Bowling, and Loomis are quickly taken out by Premier. Middle of 3 in Lakewood. Score remains 6-1 BHM.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Premier takes care of BHM 1-2-3 in the top of the third. To the bottom of the frame we go with Marzamo and Thomas to up 9-10-1 for the home team. And it's a swing and miss to begin for Matthew Mars to the center fielder. Still so far so good for Theo Kavanaugh. 1 strikeout, 1 run allowed in 2 innings of work. But last inning, no harm, no foul. The 0-1 skips in. And you have to think going forward from here, if his offense can pick him up a few more times, his task will go from just keeping the game where it is to keeping a run rule on the table. The 1-1 taken high for ball 2. Still plenty of time for Premier to have one big inning. If they can even plate 2 or 3, it doesn't take much, but plate 2 or 3, you're all of a sudden back in this game. And of course, if we get to the bottom of the 7th inning, they'll have the last chance. They will be able to go out on their own terms in the OPL Championship, which is a hot commodity after a long, long season. Tournaments, of course, they matter, but league play, if you play in a league, that's what you work for from day one to the final day of your season. You want a league championship. Again, tournament titles are great, don't get me wrong. But if you're not playing for a league title in a league, what's the point? Now Andrew Zambo, the second baseman, will step in. Wearing number 20, the rising junior plays his high school ball for Strongsville High School. His first pitch, taken for a strike. So far for Theo Kavanaugh, a total of 30 pitches so far, as he has been quite impressive. The 0-1, good drive over towards short. It's 6, it's 4, 3 won't happen. Thrown awkwardly out of the hand. But the leader runner still out on the transfer, as they say. That's where it falls. 1 down. He wanted the quick flip, but he broke one of the most principal and basic rules in all of baseball. You can't play or you can't throw without the ball in your hand. A lot of fielders, in my past, I've gotten ahead of myself too. You get too far ahead, you're thinking too far in front. You have to play with... So they're going to stick with their call. Still 1 down. As now that'll bring in Karasek as there is strike 1. Do apologize for that quick hit, as it looks like the Ethernet kind of took a vacation. But in the end, the appeal was not successful. The 0-1 inside. So a fielder's choice for Thomas. Now Karasek, who hit into a fielder's choice his first time up, steps in. As that time he will get hit. So the second time around for the top 2, they have flipped. Thomas got hit. Karasek hit into a fielder's choice the first time around. Thomas has the fielder's choice. Karasek now has the hard 90. So 2 on 1 down, and all of a sudden, you're looking at a new life for Premier. As you know, this is Karasek. He'll ground this one over towards second. Flip to 2 is in time. Return to 1 is dropped, and that'll bring in a run. It's Zambo coming around to score, as that'll make it 6-2. Excellent hustle all the way around, and that'll keep the inning going. So 2 fielder choices today for Karasek, and now Gale will step in. We do apologize. So actually, in the end, they do the same exact thing. But Gale, a double his first time up, wouldn't mind doing the same exact thing as well. First pitch he sees is off the plate for ball 1. In the 4th for the Buckeyes, it'll be bottom 3 once again, and Kavanaugh, Rains, and Beatty. 8, 9, 10. And that'll conclude their second go-around in this game. Here's the 1-0. Taken off the plate for ball 2. Once again, join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. first pitch live at Thurman Munson Stadium in Canton. It is the first game of the NABF Collegiate World Series as the Stark County Terriers take on the Canton Class A's, which I believe in this instance are going to go as the Canton A's this year. The 2-0 high and in for ball 3. I believe last year they went as the Class A's, or at least that's what the NABF website had them. They'll be the Canton A's, and I'm sure our Tri-C fans will be happy to hear that Diddy Farrell will be representing the team along with Joey Lehner. So 2 of our former tops will be in action tomorrow night for the Canton A's. Excited to see those guys. No Jackson Bowles, though. He was not selected for this all-star team. We'll also get to see some old friends from the OHSAA scene, such as Tate Aljancic. the former state champion in basketball at Louisville. The 3-0 high for ball 4. So 2 on, 2 down. And now Sebastian Pickett has a chance to drive in his second run of the game. And now time is called as here comes the courtesy run for Premier. So back to a 4-run game. As I said, if you played a couple in one inning, the game becomes drastically different. And still, this is the higher seed. This is the team that has a completely better record. We'll put it back up on the screen for the people to see. 23-7 versus 14-18. A 9-win discrepancy. And win percentage-wise, astronomically different. Yes, they do have 3 key inactives today for football, but they still have plenty in the tank, and these 10 guys are a big reason why they are in this spot. That's why baseball is such a great sport. One player can't win you a bunch of games, and I think teams have tried it and failed in the past at every single level to make that exact thing happen. I doubt we have any Anaheim or now Los Angeles Angels fans watching, but Mike Trout and Shohei, you had 2 guys who couldn't win you squat. Point being, baseball is not about one player. It's about the whole team coming together. The 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. I do feel bad torching the Angels with that one. They did have a nice walk-off win against St. Louis on Monday, and they've been through enough, but still, it's a very valid point. In other sports, it takes one player to will you to victories. That's what makes baseball so unique. This one is still to the backstop, but 2 in scoring position and a 3-0 count on Pickett. After the first baseman, it goes to Sapinza. The shortstop would represent the tying run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As well, it does appear players for our next game are beginning to roll on in. I do believe that is the Ohio Tide making their way here first. Here's the 3-0. Well high. Bases loaded. It does look like, after all, we are going back to the scoring. 8 combined runs, not even through 3. Easily a chance to make it 10+ as time is called. Kavanaugh will get a quick pep talk from his coach. Once our baseball coverage is done for the season, stay tuned. We'll have some highlights and other things posted over the next couple of weeks. And then, depends when we start our high school coverage. It depends on a few different things that are out of my control, but a chance that we have Friday Night Football on August 14th, which if we do, we have 2 games in mind for that. We do one of them. There's one I am leaning towards, but we'll see if we do that. If not, again, August 15th, we are back with our OHSAA coverage. A doubleheader at blank and blank, because I am still not giving away my secrets. I think we'll announce it on Sunday if I haven't posted about it already, just because that's our last broadcast for a while. But otherwise, stay tuned for that announcement. And with it, a special announcement that'll not come on our part. We are expanding our broadcast coverage, but we are not the ones making that official announcement. The entity that we are representing will be making that one very soon, so stay tuned on social media. The 1-0 high and in for ball 2. And to preface, before I scare people, no, we're not going anywhere. It'll still be all here. It'll just be an expansion of what we already do. So nothing bad. In fact, I'm excited that the deal got done officially today at 3 o'clock. The 2-0 taken high. 3-0 counts. I don't think BHM was too happy with that call, but Premier quite pleased with it. Again, Sapinza is the tying run as things stand. There's ball 4. He'll walk in a run. You had 2 chances to end this inning. You had a wild throw, and then you had the one that just got stuck in the hand. Both chances could have gotten you out of this inning. One would have kept it 6-1. The other 6-2. Instead, it's 6-3, tying run at first, as it goes to Max Maris, the EH. He's singled his first time up. Now 9 combined runs. Easy strike 1. Once again, all it took was 1 big inning for Premier, and their outlook going forward is drastically different. You can feel they have momentum back on their side. The 0-1 sails high. Count now even 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, heading after this inning to the 4th. It'll be the bottom 3 due up for the BHM Buckeyes. On a beautiful night in Lakewood, Ohio. The 1-1 will miss. Not a bad spot going for the bottom corner. I do feel like Kavanaugh is still pitching with plenty of confidence. It's not like he's pitching scared. I do think his connection with his catcher is slightly off, and that is part of the issue. A 2-1. Maris gets jammed up and plays it through. Throw to one from the shortstop won't be in time, as it is nearly a seeing eye single. In the end, it'll be a deep infield RBI single for Max Maris. That'll make it 6-4. What an inning. It's a 2-run game just like that. And the bases will stay loaded. But we'll watch this one back on the replay. Got past third. Nearly gets past the shortstop, but still, by the point it gets there, the damage is done. As this one is fouled off. So close to that textbook seeing eye single. But not quite. I think the saying goes that my old travel soccer coach used to say, so close but yet so far. The 0-1, Dirks fly ball sent into right field as it is caught to end the inning. Villela easily there, brings it in. That'll stop the bleeding for now. To the fourth we go. It's a 3-spot for Premier. They cut the deficit to 2 in Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It truly feels like a new ball game. What a half inning for Premier. They played 3 in the bottom of the third, and their defense gets back to work now, down by 2. 10 combined runs through 3, 6-4 your score, as you were watching the 15U OPL championship game on SmeeSports. The 0-1 taken high, 1-1 the counts. I will check between games just to make sure the announcement hasn't been made yet about our expanded broadcast coverage, because if it is, we will talk about it the moment that it is officially announced. I want to bring it up, but I can't. And that's the worst part about it. But it'll be good. A 2-1, grounded over towards third. It's going to be a tough play to make. Throw to one in time. What a play for Karasek. 1 up, 1 down. That'll take care of Theo Kavanaugh, the pitcher. You go back a few innings at this point. It has been a really good run of form for Premier's defense. They have retired their last 6 batters faced after a walk from Peyton Kelly. So now Miles Raines will step in with 1 away. Good hold at the top for ball 1. Premier will also have the bottom of their order coming up, but they can have the bottom of their order come up, but with the confidence they're playing with, it doesn't matter who comes up. It is contagious. I feel like as the home team, the better team overall this season, they will have that extra leg up, especially if this is a dogfight to close it out. If they are to get back into this game, even more so than they already have, and to tie it, they would need 2 more runs to win it 3. That is assuming BHM doesn't score any more runs, which is possible, but I don't know if it's likely. The 2-1, perfect from James Thomas. Now, for James Thomas, the fact that he has stayed in this game this long is impressive, especially if he can keep it going albeit at 73, now 74 pitches with this pitch. So full count 3-2 as he'll have to throw his 75th to try to get out number 2 in the 4th. So odds are, unless Premier completely gets a crazy result, he won't finish this game. Payoff pitch is flown shallowly towards right field as it is caught by the second baseman for out number 2. A nice catch by Andrew Zambo. 2 up, 2 down. 7 up, 7 down in the last 7 at-bats as it turns to Adrian Beatty. Again, Zaro, Maris, and Zambo, 8 through 10, coming right back up for Premier in the home half of the 4th inning. Thomas back at it, seals this one high for ball 1. So far today, 1 for 1 with a single. As well, soon we're going to try to get some score updates from the North Royalton game featuring the Bears and the BHM Buckeyes. That is in the 18U division. The 2-0 right towards his own dugouts. Kind of lucky there isn't a gate on that side. As always, we appreciate Coach Grant Graves of the Lakewood Rangers for allowing us to use his beautiful press box and with it, his beautiful diamond. One of the best ballparks in Northeast Ohio. The 2-1 taken the other way towards right field, but foul off the netting. The renovations done to this place, too, have been tremendous. This field used to be, how do we say it nicely, rough. The turf they had wasn't great. It was pretty much a ramp in the outfield that shot the ball out. But this field, perfect. The 2-2, Beatty pulls it over towards third. It'll be another ranging play for the third baseman, which he makes. Karasek retires the side. As well, score update from North Royalton. It's a blowout, 11-3. North Royalton on top of the BHM Buckeyes. To the bottom of the 4th we go in Lakewood. The 15U group having a better time of things than the 18U. Up 6-4 on Premier.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, the last time we saw this Premier Ohio offense, they plated 3. They look to do it again in the bottom of the 4th inning as you are watching the 15U OPL Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Zaro, Mars, Zambo, 8, 9, 10 due up for Premier as we start to get to the business end of this championship game. Again, in the 3rd inning, over in North Royalton, it is 11-3, the Bears on top of the BHM Buckeyes. So they are more than in line for a title as this one is driven into right field, but easily caught for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down, as additionally we do have some housekeeping to take care of. The call to the bullpen has been made, as it is Grant DeLumo now on the mound for the BHM Buckeyes, as he takes the place of Theo Cavanaugh, who, as things stand, is in line for the win. First pitch inside for ball 1. But a good outing for him. Good enough from Cavanaugh. But of course, if the defense does give up some runs, that'll make it tough for him to stay with the win. But I don't even think that's his focus right now. I think this is more about winning a league title. You have to have that we over me mentality in a game like this. We've seen some really good OPL championships and even Diamond League championships over the years. Teams that had no business being in a game, just competing. In this case, both teams more than belong. The 3-0 inside for strike 1. Now across a couple of divisions, such as the one we're going to see next. Could you have seen a different team actually in the championship? Yes. But some teams opted out. The 3-1, Maris well underneath it, skies it towards the center, called off at short, and right in the heart of the diamond, it's caught for out number 2. But going back to it, if Premier Budzinski would have actually played in the OPL tournament/playoffs, I think we'd be seeing them up next. I don't think there is much conversation about that. They were undefeated in league play. It would have made sense for them to make it. Instead, a couple of teams dropped. So here we are with these teams fighting it out for the league title as Andrew Zambo steps in. And another really inside pitch call for a strike. We've seen it happen a few times today. The 0-1 taken low. For the Bucks in the top of the 5th, it's the top of their order. Wagner, Kelly, and Jackaman due up. The 1-1, Zambo, a shot right into center field, keeps the inning going. Zambo now 1 for 2 on the day. A laser shot towards center. Back to James Thomas at the top we go. Still a chance that he does not finish out this next coming inning. But even if he does throw only 4, he kept his team in the game after a really rocky start and easily could have been pulled earlier. But he steadied the ship. 2 clean innings since the rocky first 2. And he will get hit for the 3rd time today. It's Brandon Geyer in disguise from the 2010 Indians. Now, will Max Karasek get into his 3rd fielder's choice of the game? That's a big question. It could happen. The tying run now stands at first. Could you say the best opportunity Premier has had all day to tie up the game? Easily could be. That pitch looks really good coming in to Karasek. 0-1 the count. Some really good defensive plays. Really surprised they didn't get more aggressive. We saw what happened with the UConn Miners this past weekend. They came out pretty much swinging for the fences, and it worked quite well. They dominated the 18U BHM Buckeyes, so take that as a grain of salt. It's a different group, but that could be the recipe for success against this organization. The 0-1, swing and a miss. After him, it turns to Zach Gale, the catcher, who has reached both times today. But an 0-2 count, a prime spot for DeLumo to get out of this jam. His 0-2 sails way high and wide. As well, very soon it'll be time to turn on the stadium lights. That'll be a great ambience to close out this OPL season. The 1-2, high and outs. One of the main
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
BHM made the first pitching change of the day. Premier will follow suit in the top of the fifth inning, bringing on Max Maris to take on the top of the order in Wagner, Kelly, and Jacobin. So what you could really call the business end of this championship game as there is ball one, top of the fifth inning. Still to come, it is the Ohio Tide taking on the Titans in the championship game for the 16U division. And that'll be overall the last game of the OPL season as Wagner puts this ball into left field for a leadoff single. 3 for 3 on the day, 4 total bases, 2 RBIs. He is having himself one heck of a 15U championship game. This is how you want to close out your season. Some big plays to really remember your performance. And as the leadoff hitter, he has stepped up to the table and has made a big impact. One of the biggest impacts that we have seen this season, especially in a game with this much weight behind it. You play a league season to win a league title, not just to count the days until your next tournament. And a really nice lead for Wagner over at first. Maybe tempting fate a little bit against Maris until you see some throw back. But Maris, he'll drop one in perfectly for strike one. So far today, Kelly 2 for 2 in the wonk department, otherwise 0 for 0. He has been consistent with one thing offensively. Runner goes. Kelly drives this one into right center field, and it's a perfectly executed hit and run. He smashes it off the fence. Heading home is Wagner. He will score from first as it's an RBI double for Peyton Kelly. Make it 7 for BHM. For the first time since the second, the Buckeyes light up the scoreboard. What a swing, and again, what a hit and run. That's how you get it done. Perfectly timed, a great swing. And when push comes to shove, BHM has once again figured out how to score. Their lead, back up to 3. Fly ball, sent more shallowly towards right center. Caught in center for out number 1. And Callie will stay put at seconds. Still, it's a positive. First run of the game as well since the third. The fourth inning was scoreless across the board. So now a chance for Villela to step in. But Kelly with one of the biggest swings of the game. Villela, he drove in the first run of the game, or second run of the game rather, back in the first after Jackman drove in the first. First pitch he sees a strike. That might be as well a warning shot to Premier, at least a wake-up call. They still have a lot of work to do in this game, but are still in it. The 0-1, a low strike. That's the key. There might be a lot of work to do, but it's manageable. I feel like that's what matters for this group. It's manageable work. The 0-2, swing and a miss. It'll be a drop third strike, and the tag is applied. A big tag from Gale. You had to get that tag there. A throw gives up a free base, essentially. But Maris will find his first strikeout as DeLumo will now step in. It is new pitcher versus new pitcher. First matchup that we will see between these two today. For Premier in the bottom of the fifth, Gale, Pickett, Sapinza. 3 through 5 coming up. As things stand, they have 9 outs to play with to save their season. Line drive towards left center field. Down perfectly for a base knock. The lead runner will come around and score with ease from second base. It's an RBI single for Grant DeLumo. That'll make it 8-4 Buckeyes. 2 extra insurance runs tacked on in a big way in the fifth. They knew Premier was building momentum once again, that they were really close to a breakthrough. No better way to shut it down than to get some runs on the board of your own. Now a chance for Lucas Bowling to continue his great day. 1 for 2, but with 2 RBIs back in the first inning. And I'm sure he wouldn't mind one more if he could drive this ball perfectly. Still keep in mind, this ballpark, it is possible to hit a home run. If you can curve this ball towards left field, you have a decent shot. The 1-0 taken on the inside portion of the strike zone. We've seen that one called all day. Is it a strike? That's not my call. But it has been consistently called on both ends, which is what you want to see. The 1-1 fouled back. Make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break. Once this game is over, as we'll have our trophy presentation and along with it, our player of the game presentation brought to you by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Here's the 1-2. Bowling shoots it over towards third. It's going to be knocked down and bobbled. Throw to 1. It's still in time. A great recovery from Karasek to make the play happen and end the inning. But the Buckeyes still find a way to plate 2, courtesy of 2 perfect swings. One from DeLumo, the other from Cali. Middle of 5, 8-4 BHM on top in Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School. 8-4 your score. BHM up by 4 against Premier in the 15U OPL championship game on SmeeSports. Again, the pitching change was made first by BHM last inning, as they are going to stick with DeLumo. This past inning, he drove in 1 to help out his own case, but now he's back to work defensively as there is ball 1, as he takes on Gale, Pickett, and Sapinza. 3, 4, and 5 for Premier. The 1-0 taken wide for ball 2. Count 2-0 on the catcher, who has walked and has doubled so far today. Right now it looks more likely that he will repeat the walk opposed to the double. 3-0 count. Plenty of extra work now for Premier to do. You have to keep that in mind going forward, but still a manageable situation for the home team. That'll help things out a lot. It's ball 4, a leadoff walk for Zach Gale. Now a chance for Sebastian Pickett, already 1 RBI today, and a walk along with it. As well, we are 12 hours and 30 minutes away from the beginning of at least our coverage of the NABF Collegiate World Series, or 24 hours actually. I think I said 12 there, but less than 24 away from the official beginning at 7 o'clock is the B2 Bulls taking on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. That game at Munson 2. Pickett flies this ball towards right field as it is going to be caught for out number 1. A slight lean back to make it happen, but still a nice catch. 1 down in the home half of the 5th inning. But for more information, go to the NABF website to find dates, times, and the overall schedule that leads into a field of 4, a semifinal, and then a championship on Sunday at 10 a.m. And as it closes out, we will also close out our coverage of Summer Baseball 2026. And the end will end at around 70-odd games this summer across 2 months. Didn't do as many as we did last year. I think we'll end 12 short because, again, our hope was to do one more 965, but with the box uncertainty at hand, we're going to try to get in at 6, which is well after both games that we would have done start. So we're going to focus on the NABF tomorrow, and then from there, after 1 game tomorrow, we'll have 5 on Friday and Saturday before 1 more on Sunday. In total, 14 games this week, so not too much of a complaint there. The 0-1 high, runner goes, throw down to second on a 1-hop, is not in time. A nice stolen base for Karasek, coming in as the courtesy runner. So a 1-1 count on Sapinza. An RBI walk his last time up. Looking to break down the BHM Buckeye defense. The 1-1 will skip away. It's a free base for Karasek. He is now 90 feet away from coming in to score. 12 combined runs so far. Almost matching what the North Royalton Bears have done in 1 game against the BHM Buckeyes. That being the 11. We'll see if that has gone final yet, as there's a decent chance it has. I'd be kind of surprised, though. Count 2-1. I'm checking. I think everybody up here is checking just to see. Nope, they're still going. The 2-1 high for ball 3, but it hasn't gotten any better. It's 12-3, top of the 4th. I think yikes is the best way to put that one. We'll leave it there. The 3-1 is taken for ball 4. But in checking that lineup, I do have to give a special shout out. Of course, it's not official, but if it does officially go final, congratulations to a former teammate of mine, Enzo Kajeski, even if it was for 1 weekend playing up, I think, 4 age groups on winning the OPL title. Got to play my second to last season with his older brother, Mario, who now is a club soccer player for Dayton. But I saw the last name Kajeski in left field. I put 1 and 1 together quite easily. But I think he was maybe 13 or 14 when he played in an 18U tournament for us because we needed bodies. We had 8 going in, ended with 9. The 0-1 fouled away. But always good to see a local team win. Teams that are built by the city. Again, we've talked about it a few times. The Highland Hornets, the North Royalton Bears, 2 of the ones in the area that play under the exact name as the high school. The 0-2 high and in. And now the runner stalls from first. He's going to go and is easily in at seconds. Even more so, those runs scored in the top of the 5th are huge for the BHM Buckeyes. You wouldn't have scored those. You'd have the tying run behind you at seconds. Instead, if that run comes around, we would be back to where we started this inning, a 2-run game. DeLulo's 1-2. Again, it's high and in. Just right now, the way things are going, not an ideal situation at all for this Buckeye defense, unless they can change their fortunes. There it is. Strike 3 called, 2 down. You could tell if that wasn't a strike, the at-bat was going to be lost. He was losing it quickly. DeLulo dials it back up, finds his second strikeout, that could easily change the feeling and the overall tide of this inning. Now it turns to Dirks, the left fielder, a flyout and a strikeout to his name thus far. For that strikeout, it's not going to look big on the box score or really be talked about after this game, but it's huge. You lose him there, the bases will be loaded here. It's a different game, completely different. The 1-0 taken for ball 2. We've seen it going back to baseball on Monday. One challenged ball that was called a strike changed the game from 1-1 to 2-0. The next two pitches were balls and the game was over. It's that important, and it's that big of a deal. The 2-0, yes, he did. Strike one. But crazy to think that this is the official last week of summer baseball in Northeast Ohio. And I'm sure for the OPL, they'll be ready to go in early April again for the lower age groups. The 2-1 skips away to the backstop. That'll bring in run number 5. Now a 3-run game. Premier is still in this one. Now 13 combined runs. Again, I kind of joked about it earlier. We're going to see a 1-0 game with a sac fly scoring the only run, aren't we? I will say, not to jinx it, I have seen it once. West Branch Alliance 2025 season, Charlie Eakey sac fly in the 4th inning at West Branch. The 3-1, high for ball 4. And I'll tell you what, I had J-Rod with me for that game. I don't know what he was more mad about, the game being terrible or the fact that my alternator went on the way back. He was mad about both, I think. I think we got him dinner and went to the auto store and made 0 progress on it. But that was just not a good game. Good pitching-wise, but otherwise not a good game. Runners back at the corners as there is strike 1 to Zaro. A 6-4-3 double play and a fly out to right field thus far for him. Over 2 on the day. Kalulu back to work. His 0-1. Sharp grounder towards second. And he will take it himself to end the inning. It's a heads-up play for Wagner as he will take us into the 6th inning. Premier scores 1 on a pass ball. 8-5 your score. 2 innings left to go in the 15U OPL season.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Two innings left to go. 8-4 your score. BHM on top of Premier. 8-5. It's a good one. I said 8-4. 1 run did score in the bottom of the 5th. My apologies. It's a wild pitch. We've had a couple of those bring in runs today. But for BHM, they want to keep their foot on the gas going forward. They don't want to allow Premier to have any opportunity to get back into this game. The 1-0 taken on the top inside corner for strike 1. Loomis, Kavanaugh, Reigns, 7, 8, and 9 this inning for the Buckeyes. But their hot start early on in the game, that is why they are in this spot going forward. They built a great foundation. at their lead's biggest, up 5, 6-1. And going forward from here, I don't think it'll get anywhere really near that 5-run lead again. The 1-2, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down. Second strikeout of the game for Max Maris. And with 1 away, that'll bring up Theo Kavanaugh. Or in his place, it'll be a change here, as it'll be Velasco. He'll come in for the first time today in place of Kavanaugh. The first pitch he sees, ball 1, and I believe he has been playing in right field as of late. But overall, a very interesting game to close out this 15U season. Both offenses have shown their might. The defenses have still shown some mistakes that going into next year, if the group does stay together, they will, I'm sure, hit hard to address in the offseason. If not there, then back at their respective high schools as they get ready for the 2027 season. The 2-0, good drive into left field and down for a 1-out base hit. Just a perfect swing from Jordan Walazzo. As Velasco was initially going to start this game, in the end got bumped. But shows that he can still be an impact player off the bench. Now it turns to Miles Raines, the shortstop. A strikeout and a pop-out so far today for him. Could this be a wake-up call for Premier to get their act back together after that single? They really have to keep this one as cagey as possible. Now, if they can come out and score at least 1 or 2 in the next inning, they have a chance to close this game out in style, which will be huge. The 0-1 driven right up the middle and down in center field. And a close play at second, not close enough. But a nice line drive base hit for Raines. BHM keeping their foot on the gas. Now a chance for Adrian Beatty. A single and a ground out so far for him, the late addition to the starting lineup. Again, the BHM Buckeyes have just flipped the switch and their offense is back to the way it was. This one rolled over towards third. Throw to first. Wide the tag. Not in time. That'll be a fielder's choice for out number 2. Nearly a 5-3 double play. But you keep the bases the same exact way. Now back to the top. That is the only issue. You needed that out there. Because now you have to go up against one of the toughest players in this lineup, and Andrew Wagner. A double, 2 singles, including 2 RBIs on the second base hit of the day, the first single. Time now called by Premier. They're going to talk things over with Maris. 24 pitches so far for him today. Unless this is a strategic change, there is really, in my opinion, no jeopardy of him coming out. But strategically, if there's a better fit, that could be a reason for him to exit. But I think he's pleading his case to stay in, and I believe he is going to do just that. No, he'll stay in the game defensively. The call to the bullpen has been made. When we return, it is Max Karasek on the mound for Premier.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Max Karasek is ready to go on the mound for Premier in the top of the 6th inning. Third pitcher of the game coming in after Maris and Thomas so far today. And he'll have 2 on to deal with at first and second as his first pitch zips high and in for ball 1. As of right now, it does look like our 16U championship game is going to be delayed by a little bit, as I think they're going to get around a half an hour to start that game of warm-ups. We'll see how quick they do go. I'm thinking more 8:30 as things sit, as currently it is 7:45. Of course, part of that is influenced by the delay with the umpires. The 2-0. There's strike 1 for Karasek. Premier in the bottom of the inning has Maris, Zambo, and Thomas. 9-10-1, and then if they get to 2, it would be Karasek. The 2-1 off the plate for ball 3, and BHM is 1 ball away from having the bases loaded. And Peyton Cali stepping in. But still, that might be best case scenario against a really good hitter in Wagner, who has been dominant today. And that'll be what exactly happens. 4th time he's reached today, it's ball 4. Bases juiced, 2 down for Peyton Cali. And a chance for him to potentially put this game out of reach. But I think Premier, just based on how they've played and their identity offensively, they feel they still have a chance in this game until the end, which is a great mentality to have exiting this game, or even still as it goes on. Cali, he will roll over it towards third. It's going to be a tough play to make on the run. Throw to first. The pick is not there. 2 runs will score. Make it 10-5 BHM. Excellent hustle down the line. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the visitors. An absolute heartbreak for Premier at the same exact time. They were out of the inning, but just couldn't get cleanly picked. But he didn't give up on the play. He made it happen. And now that'll turn it to Giacomin as he takes strike 1. Up to 15 combined runs as that'll be scored a single. The 0-1, it'll miss low. Count out 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see how this next game ends up turning out. It's 2 good teams coming in. But getting that game delayed, we'll see if that impacts how they approach it. The 1-1 fouled back. I think there's something about a championship game or really any big game. When you're told you have to wait longer, it changes your view of the game. Yes, you have both teams warming up, but they want to play at 8:15. They are probably not going to. The 1-2 taken high. Runner goes from second. Nobody's there third. So put him at the corners. Count out 2-2. But for BHM, they have scored in 4 of 6 innings today, scoring even numbers each time. 4 then 2-2-2. A very interesting bit of, I would say, consistency. Don't know if that's the best way to say it, but that's what we're going to go with. The 2-2 smoked foul down the third base side. Once again tomorrow and around 24 hours from now, join us as the Canton Class A's and the Stark County Terriers begin play inside of Munson Stadium at the 2026 NABF Collegiate World Series. Before that at 7. Not here. It'll be B2 and Lumber Company. The 2-2, it's ball 3. Full count 3-2. But all games will be scored live on Game Changer via a number of different people. Should hopefully have more than just 1 or 2 people doing it so people can get some sleep. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball taken over towards third and bobbled. This one will be an E5 that drives in the 11th run of the game for BHM. Their 3rd run of the inning. They are feeling a lot more comfortable now, up by 6. Another heartbreaking play for Premier. They have battled in this game. But when push comes to shove, as things stand, the grit of BHM just seemingly too much to overcome. What a performance it has been for their offense. First pitch taken high for ball 1. Now it is Villela stepping in. Now it goes to a debate of should you have kept Maris on the mound to close out the inning. The 1-0 well inside. At the time, you had 2 runners on, yes. But you're 1 out away from getting out of the inning, down by 3. In hindsight, it looks like a tough decision. The 2-0. There's strike 1. it's part of my job, but I hate nitpicking like that where it's, hey, should you have done this? No. You don't know how exactly it would have happened. The 2-1, take it for strike two. I can be the bench coach, the broadcast coach, whatever. But whatever happens inside that mound meeting, we don't know. Karasik, 2-2. It's there for strike three looking. The inning is over. His first strikeout of the game, but a few at-bats too late. BHM plate three, expanding their lead to its biggest today. Now up by 6 on Premier. Middle of 6 here at Lakewood. 11-5. It's the Buckeyes in control on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School. The lights are starting to come on. Just before 8 p.m., 11-5. It's a 6-run game. Biggest lead of the game for BHM, which I said a few innings ago, if not this past inning. I'd be surprised if they had a bigger lead than 5 at any point in this game, but here you go. 2-run score on an infield single. The other scores on an E5. This game looks a lot different than it did 10 minutes ago. If this is an 8-5 game, this is a Premier team looking a lot different as well. 14-3 your final at North Royalton. The Bears are your 15U OPL champions. An 11-run win. Domination from them. And I think the BHM Buckeyes, 15U-wise, want to make amends for their counterparts by getting this win. The 1-1. It'll miss low for ball 2 against Marks. Walking on pop-out so far today for the center fielder. For Premier, they have 6 outs to play with across 2 innings, trying to get something out of this game. The 2-1 inside for ball 3, and it has to start here. You can't wait for a rally to happen. You have to be the instigator. BHM, they no longer have the pressure to score. They have pretty much taken care of business. The 3-1, Mars, he'll get jammed up, popping it up towards second. 1 down. Second put out in a row for Wagner. He has put together quite an impressive performance today at second base and in the leadoff spot. Now a chance for Andrew Zambo, a fielder's choice and a single thus far for him. BHM 5 outs away from getting this OPL championship title secured. I think that countdown is well and truly on for them. They feel very confident with where they sit in this game. Close to a run rule for a good amount of this game, but never really close enough to make it happen. The 1-0 will skip in for ball 2. Again, coming up one more game today, our final game in general in the OPL this season, as the Titans take on the Ohio Tide. The 2-0 taken for a strike. But I do believe across the board that closes out every single age group of the OPL. The only one that could be playing still is 15U, or 14U. I think they're done. The 2-1 fouled away. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. But in my opinion, a great way to close out the season. You're here at a great facility. The lights on to play one final game for all the marbles. Now the 2-2. Zambo drives it deep to left field, but directly to Beatty in left. 2 up, 2 down. Back to the top we go with Thomas. Again, Premier are not making any changes offensively. They have 10 guys here today. They are batting 10. But this game, it looks like to be a little bit out of their reach as things stand. But for BHM, what a magical night it has been. They never trailed in this game. The only point it was tied was through the first 2 at-bats. Thomas, well underneath it, skies it over towards first base. Inning over. It's a 1-2-3 inning to take us to the 7th. Last ups for BHM. They have a 6-run lead, looking to put the finishing touches on the board when we return to Lakewood High School.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Top of the 7th inning, last inning of game number 1 today. 11-5 your score. BHM in control of Premier as you are watching the 15U OPL Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. First pitch of the inning in there for strike 1 from Max Karasik. Finished out last inning, got his first strikeout of the day and his first out, but did allow 3 runs to close out the frame, which, as things stand, are just a bit of fuel to the fire as BHM has their biggest lead of the night, up 11-5, a 6-run deficit for Premier to make up in the bottom of the 7th inning, which is easier said than done. The 0-2 in the dirt, a nice stop behind the plate from Gale. For Premier looking ahead, it'll be Karasik leading it off, followed by Gale and Pickett, arguably their most consistent hitters coming up in a row. The 1-2 nearly breaks on the inside, but of course, head level to begin. Count now 2-2. But our next game, it'll be the Ohio Tide taking on the Titans. 2-2 skips in. And just like that, we are full. To be fair, this game did start 10 odd minutes late due to the umpires. But still, here we are. We are making decent time. Not terrible time at all. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up and out of play. And I'm sure that one landed somewhere. Really don't hear where it did. But this is one of those press boxes that if it gets hit, you'll be able to know quite easily. We'll try it again. The payoff pitch skips in for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Grant DeLumo. So now it'll turn to Lucas Bowling, the catcher. 2 groundouts to third, but before that, a 2 RBI single back in the really strong first inning for BHM, which, looking at the scoreboard, is still the best overall inning of the day for either team. But both teams as well do have a 3 spot to show for their efforts today. As over at first, we will have a pinch runner in Callister, the rising sophomore out of Mentor High School. So he'll come on and run the bases for the Bucks. Going forward from here, BHM, if this result holds, would end the season at 15-18. Below 500, yes, but you have that league title. That's what matters at the end of the day. The 0-1 skips in and skips away from Gale. It's an extra base for Callister, getting in some quick work to begin his time on the diamond. Scoring one more would just be the cherry on top of what has been a tremendous performance from the BHM Buckeyes. Outstanding, dominating, just perfect, start to finish. The 1-1 taken high for ball 2. I commend them for the way they've played. They do have the depth, which is a big advantage, as it looks like they will bring on a closer to finish this game out. But they had some adversity of their own. They stood in tall, and it looks like right now they are going to be rewarded with the league title, taking down a really good Premier team, which at one point in time, 15 and 16, you could have been Premier winning both. Of course, that would have taken Premier Budzinski playing in the OPL playoffs. I do know they were in a tournament today, which makes sense as to why they didn't play in the playoffs, but what could have been? Undefeated in OPL play, one of the best Premier teams in the area for their age group. They could have definitely competed well. The 3-1 taken for a strike. We're full. As well with this will be our second to last high school level game of the year. Our next one will close out our high school coverage, so to speak. Here's the payoff pitch. It's low for ball 4. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning. Well, we kind of figured it, but buckle up. We are in for a long night. And I mean long night, we still have one more game after this that right now is in line to start at around 8:30, potentially 8:45. I don't think the neighbors will be too happy to hear Renegade in the bottom of the 5th inning at 11:30. But time called, it just goes to show you how crazy these games can be. You never know what you're going to get out of them. You could expect a blowout coming in. You can expect a low-scoring game. It never goes the way you truly anticipate it. But in my opinion, that's one of the best things about baseball. You never know how a game is going to finish out. But this one, the BHM Buckeyes, they will take it. Now, if Premier somehow comes back and wins this game, I'd be stunned, A, but B, whew, that'd be a crazy way to close out the 15U season. You can't count them out. Again, they have the best spot in their order coming back up in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-0, weak contact, throw to third. It is going to be in time. They get the lead runner for out number 1. A heads-up play from Karasek. He just came from third base. He knew what to expect. Fielder's choice, of course, you'd want 2 outs there, but you'll take the 1. Now, you get back to the drawing board, going up against Kavanaugh, or, again, he'll be replaced by Velasco, who singled his first time up. But he'll begin by swinging and missing. But Velasco, wearing number 3 today, comes to this team by way of NDCL High School, where he is a rising sophomore. The 0-1 low. NDCL, one of 2 main high schools out in Chardon. Of course, the other one being the Hilltoppers of Chardon. 2 really good teams over the past couple of years. Of course, baseball-wise, you go back to the early 2020s. That's when Chardon was at their best, as this one is put into left field. Another base knock, as this one will bring in a run. Everybody continues to move up, and everybody will be safe. Put 2 runners in scoring position. It's an RBI single for Jordan Velasco. What a day for him off the bench. Make it 12-5. Clearly, the BHM Buckeyes are not done scoring. They continue to get it done time after time. Just incredible what they've been able to put together today. And now Miles Raines will step in, taking ball 1 high. The question is, how many more runs do they want? They have insurance. At this point, they're taking out a second mortgage or something. Don't know the best way to put it. So a 2-0 count here, but just a stunning performance from BHM. They have scored at least 1 run in 5 of the 7 innings today. The only ones they didn't were the 3rd and the 4th, one of which Premier didn't score. The other one, Premier scored 3. I think looking at the game from that point, you were thinking, okay, Premier is going to come back in this game. They shut him down. They're done. No. Going to be further from the truth. Game high, 7-run lead. 3-0, taken for strike one. This game nearing the 2-hour mark. The time limit is irrelevant at this point in the game. But I think that was pretty easy to figure out. 3-1 wide. Bases juice, still one down for Adrian Beatty. Time is going to be called here. And we'll see if Max Karasek does continue or not. But just overall, you got to give this team all the credit in the world. They came in here as the underdog. They played with the grit of an underdog. And they're coming out of here most likely with the Cinderella story to close out the season. Premier will go to their pen, a.k.a. the Diamond, when we return, as you are watching the OPL Championship game on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Premier has called out Joseph Zarro from right field to finish out this inning, as there is ball one well inside. Bases loaded. A big spot for BHM. The finishing touches have been put on. This is just extra. The 1-0 taken for a strike. This group not afraid of runs and not afraid of really dominating a game. They did win their last game 10-0 to get to this point. The 1-1 well inside for ball two. So as of right now, they're outscoring their opponents 24-5 in the OPL playoffs. That is quite impressive when you think about it. Now the 2-1 fly ball sent foul down the right field line. Got now 2-2 on Beatty, who has singled, has grounded out, and has hit into a fielder's choice. Zarro back at it. The 2-2 jammed foul. So we will do it again. Still top of the 7th inning as we are, I believe, 2 minutes before the 2-hour mark. So now we're at 58 in. The 2-2 is high at the top of the zone for strike three looking. 2 down. Zarro strikes out the first batter he faces. And that'll bring us back to the top one more time with Andrew Wagner. 3 for 3 with a walk today. And 2 RBIs tacked on with 4 total bases. 5 if you do include the walk. An outstanding performance from the leadoff hitter. It's back-to-back games with our leadoff hitter being pretty much perfect in the batter's box. Of course, our last one was the great Grant Koblenz out of Lake Center Christian and the Workhouse Warcats. We'll see if that trend continues. The 0-1 taken high. and both are the away team, which, again, you can argue with me saying, hey, the Warcats were the better seed. They chose to be the away team. They still were. It's a losing battle. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Again, for Premier, it'll be Karasek, Gale, and Pickett, 2 through 4 coming up, trying to save their season. 1 ball, 2 strike counts. Karasek's pitch. Swing and a miss. Zaro actually strikes out the side as he gets his second strikeout of the game. 3 outs to play with, 2 through 4 coming up for Premier. Last chance for the number 1 seed, the home team here in Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last chance for Premier, 12-5 your score. A 7-run deficit for Premier as you are watching the 15U OPL championship game on SmeeSports. What a day at the office it has been for the BHM Buckeyes. First pitch from DeLumo outside for ball 1 as he takes on Karasek, Gale, and Pickett to try and close this one out. Game high 7-run lead. Who would have thought? I even said it once again, that I thought, okay, once it was, I think, at the time, a 3-run advantage, you weren't going to see a 5+ run lead again for the BHM Buckeyes. They're up by 7. They scored 4 after that point. The 1-1, not a bad miss, but just off the plate. Count 2-1. Once again, we'll have our trophy celebrations, and with it, our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center announcements after we go final, and after our final commercial break. Karasek high, pop-up over towards third. And it's going to drop in between a bunch of Buckeyes. It just kind of broke right back in towards the diamond. Maybe on a windier day, that one breaks in and somehow drops fair in left field. But not today for Karasek. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 fielder's choices, including an RBI and a strikeout so far today for the third baseman. Turn pitcher, now back to third baseman. 2-2, well wide. As well, there was a arm warmed up a little while back for BHM, so they could always go to them if needed. Here's the payoff pitch, high for ball 4. The leadoff man is aboard via the walk. As of right now, BHM not getting too antsy with any decisions. I don't think you bring on another pitcher. You're up by 7 now. If it gets that close, maybe you need to close it out. I feel like at that point they'd be a little frustrated if it did get all the way to that point. You could hear the BHM fans down to our right. They are not happy with that one being called a ball. It's Zach Gale stepping in for the 4th time. 2 walks and a double so far today for him. I think they're just astonished. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Count now 1-1 for DeLumo, up to 57 pitches on the day. So easily a good chance to finish out this game on the mound. The 1-1 there as well. 1-2 counts. The matching number as things stand is 3 for the BHM Buckeyes. Looking to make it 2 here. But first, a throwback that hits off the fence, and it's an easy base here. You can't throw the ball across the yard here. You have to be more composed than that. I know it's late. I know you're trying to get those outs. That's not how you do it. You have to be a lot more careful than that. If you give Premier any window back into this game, especially with no outs, they could always do the unthinkable. This game's not over. The 1-2 off the plates. Again, it would take one heck of an inning that we have not seen yet today from either team. But is it possible? Of course. Anything's possible in this game. The 2-2. This one gets popped up and out of play it goes. As well, for those wondering when the 16U championship game has started, well, surprise, it's 8:15 and we are still in game number 1. I'm not going to bed tonight. We'll be starting this next game at 9 probably at this rate. Again, the 2-2. Gale grounds this one over towards short. It's going to be bobbled, and he is going to beat out the throw. Put runners at the corners, none down for Sebastian Pickett. As I just said, you cannot give Premier a way back into this game, especially with none down. And I'm sure right now the OPL is trying to figure out if they have a daily rate or an hourly rate for this field, as if it's the hourly rate, they are not going to be too happy. We'll see. Is it hourly or daily? Game, okay. They're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. You never know. If it's by the hour, then uh-oh. But a 1-0 count on Pickett. Looking to drive in the 6th run of the game for Premier. And he will do. Not that yet. Nearly kept it fair. Had it right at the bag. A great opportunity. In the end, breaks foul count now 1-1 as the ball makes it all the way to the fence. Beautiful diamond. But that ball will carry on the outfield carpet quite well. It always has, whether it be this design or the old turf / dirt / whatever the heck used to be here. If you played on it, you know exactly what I mean when alluding to it. You know exactly what it is. The old plastic play mats, that's what it felt like. Especially when you stepped on it with your cleats. It felt like you were stepping on one of those things and you were transported back to when you were 3 playing on those things. Now on this beautiful diamond, it's paradise. The 2-1. Pickett just lofts this one high. 1 down. The swing just looked too slow. Had the right idea, got too far underneath it. He knew it when he swung. The magic number now 2 for the BHM Buckeyes. Now it turns to Colby Sapinza, the shortstop. Once again, coming up next, do not go anywhere as we have the Ohio side taking on the Titans. And that'll round out the OPL season in its entirety. Definitely, I'm sure, a sigh of relief almost, as when does the league start? Back in April for the young divisions? So from April to now, it's been OPL with numerous games. I know some divisions, you'll have upwards of 10 games a day. But now it's just these 3 titles. And then it goes back to NABF time with the collegiate division, as that is how we will round out our summer. And then after that, August 15th, we're back in the saddle for OHSAA soccer. The 2-0 high and in for ball 3. Hopefully we'll have more people watching because of the World Cup. I think I say at every major competition, hopefully there will be more interest in the sport. And it never happens. Never does. It'd be nice to have more interest in soccer, but it's just not going to happen, I guess. The 3-0, it is a late strike call. Maybe a generous one, too. 3-1 counts. A walk here would load the bases. That would make this one very interesting. And another good strike call on the inside edge. From 3-0 to full, a great battle from DeLumo. Can the shortstop provide a spark for Premier? Payoff pitch, ground ball, sent to left field. It's an RBI single. Premier has their first run of the inning. Now a 6-run game. It is 12-6. A perfect swing, drove it with plenty of power. And now Premier just needs to pick up where they left off. Every single at-bat from here on out. Even if this becomes station to station, they still have an opportunity to do something crazy, as it looks like a kid has made its way into the press box. Could have had a broadcast partner over there. He said not so fast. Mars now will drive this ball fouled on the right field line. Unfortunately, the Lakewood famous hot dog is not available today as the concession stand is closed. But I do have the sticker. I do have the sticker inside my crate along with Buddy the Elf and Bucky. What a crazy combination. You have an animated beaver, Buddy the Elf, and an animated hot dog that says the Lakewood hot dog changed my life. Courtesy of Ray Carr. The 0-1. Taken at the top right corner for strike 2. After Marsh, it turns to Dirks, the left fielder. The sun continuing to set here at Lakewood. The lights really beginning to shine. The 0-2 caught on the tip. 2 down. 3 strikeouts now for Grant DeLumo. 1 out left to get. It goes to Gavin Dirks, the left fielder. A walk, a strikeout, and a flyout today for him. The last line of offense. DeLumo, he is smiling. He is ready to go for BHM on the mound. There's strike 1. 2 strikes away from getting it done. What an achievement this would be for the BHM Buckeyes, coming in as the lower seed, coming in 9 less wins than Premier. The 0-1, take it in for a ball. Some thought this game would be a blowout. Some thought BHM didn't have a chance. But this team has found a way. The 1-1 sails high. Yeah, this next game is starting near 9 o'clock. We'll be 45 minutes behind. Oh, man. At least the first game tomorrow that we have is 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock for you, but we're okay. The 2-1, swing and a miss. 1 strike away. Those BHM fans, they have been loud all day. I've been preaching for a fan base to be loud all game. They have stepped up to it. And they are ready to enjoy this one. Nearly there. The 2-2, ground ball, foul. Little anticlimactic, so we're going to do it again. 18 combined runs in the 15U championship. What was it? 17 in the 18? I think it was 14-3. A lot of runs today. Again, we're probably getting a 1-0 next. Once again, the 2-2. Strike 3 called. It's over. The BHM Buckeyes are your 15U OPL champions. They get the win 12-6 over Premier. What a way to close it out for Grant DeLumo and company. They came into today as the underdogs, but they leave here with the silverware. What a valiant effort for this group. The Buckeyes earned this one, and they will party on as we celebrate them as the champions. What a win. 12-6. When we return, we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, as you are watching OPL Championship Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, there you have it. 12-6, your final. And on your screen, it's the BHM Buckeyes getting their OPL trophy. And they are going to hoist it and celebrate late into the Lakewood Knights. Your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. The leadoff hitter, Andrew Wagner, he was the spark today. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, 4 total bases and a walk, an .800 on-base percentage. He was great. And this fan base, this team, they have been loud the entire night. They get to go and celebrate this one. A deserving winner. Look at what it means to the Buckeyes. I mean, the moment it was over, you had an eruption to our right. All the parents came out of the field, as you can see right here. Everybody is celebrating this one, as they should. This is what the OPL is about. In my time in the league, 4 years, never got to win this trophy. But I got to see plenty of teams hoist it and what it means to them. Winning one of the longest running summer leagues in Northeast Ohio. It means a lot. As this group, they finished the season with 15 wins. But I have a feeling win number 15 is going to be the most special of the bunch. When we return, it's our final game of the day. And at the high school level for summer baseball, it's the Ohio Tide taking on the Titans. Do not go anywhere except to game link number 2. But your final in game number 1, the 15U championship, 12-6. It is the BHM Buckeyes taking care of Premier, Ohio. As this is Nathan Smee signing off for now from Lakewood High School, as you are watching OPL Baseball Championships on SmeeSports.